Virgos, this is going to be your general reading. We're going to take a look at the messages that you need to know at this time. You may have to flip the roles. The gender of the cards don't matter. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to check out your other placements, or you can book a personal reading at the link in the description box below. So shout out to Destiny for sending me a variety of decks, and I'm going to be using all the decks that she sent me in this video. So I really appreciate you, Destiny, and I'm excited to see what's going to come out. So Virgos, what do you guys need to know at this time? We have Knight of Cups, King of Wands, Four of Cups, Three of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Sun card, Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands. Okay, so there was a player. This player was highly attractive, physically attractive. This is someone who's charming. They're vivacious. They just basically suck up all the light and the energy in the room, and this is someone who has a tendency of getting everything that they want. This was a person that I feel took you for granted. You were offered to this person as a special cup. There could have been a commitment that would have come out of this, a partnership, maybe even a business connection, but this person I feel took you for granted. They thought that they wanted all these other options. They wanted to keep all of the possibilities of other women or men open, and they took you for granted and ultimately missed the opportunity. So with these three cups at the bottom, this may have been a man that chose to indulge with other feminine energies, and they chose to go out and choose the player lifestyle, or just the lifestyle of just having freedom and no real commitment. And now this person's realizing that they feel discontent now. Now that this player, or now that this person got their wishes granted, now that they finally got what they have been seeking out of this outcome of dealing with you, now that they pushed you away, they're feeling discontent. Now they're in the energy of like reminiscing and looking at all these options and realizing that they may have played themselves, realizing that despite all of this attention from people that they may get, it does not bring them happiness or joy or contentment in any way. If anything, this person looks apathetic and bored. And this is a direct result of this person not valuing you and not seeing what you truly brought to the table. And I feel like they will come in with some form of communication, sudden communication, phone call, text, maybe even showing up at your door if this is someone that knows where you live. But with the Eight of Wands, some of you have been trying to manifest traveling into the near future, and that is going to happen. The more that you focus on yourself and the more content and happy that you're feeling within yourself, the easier it's going to be to bring in your manifestations. But you may have to block out certain people, certain distractions, certain environments that no longer serve you. Everything that you've outgrown, you almost have to continue to block it off, because going back into that path will always be a form of temptation. But just know that you're not leaving behind anything that was beneficial to you. And despite this player possibly wanting to come in and give you some sort of message, I feel like they just are doing it for their own selfish reasons and for ego-driven impulsivity, from what I'm seeing. And if you do have options, one of these people is going to be a lot more loving, caring, nurturing, and compassionate than the other. This King of Wands is someone that I feel does come in when they need to get their ego stroked, but whenever you need this person, they're nowhere to be seen. And don't wait on anybody that made you feel unwanted or made you feel like you had to fight for their attention, because there's someone else coming in who will gladly give you all that you desire. They will meet you halfway. This isn't someone that's going to put you in a position where they see you as options. And I also feel like you're owed some sort of apology, but I don't think that you're going to get that apology, because the person who owes you this sorry is too arrogant to even look at their actions. They refuse to take accountability for the fact that they may have hurt you or disappointed you due to selfish reasons. And it's not until they're really forced to that they'll come in and give you what it is that you desire. Right now, they may be just trying to overindulge in other connections and in partying and going out and have a good time and distracting themselves, but it's not working. So you changed someone. You ultimately changed a player, a wanderer, a nomad. You got them to possibly want to settle down, or you got them to basically not want options or distractions anymore, because now they're feeling discontent and bored ever since meeting you, dealing with you, hanging out with you. And this is the first time this person has experienced this. So you've just changed someone. You've changed their taste buds. You've changed what it is that they're into. You changed the fact that you may not have been their type, and now they're questioning themselves and everything that they may have possibly desired when it comes to the heart space. I am going to use this other deck. We have Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, the Moon card, Nine of Cups, Justice, and Two of Cups. So if someone did do you wrong, justice will be restored. Their place will be taken by someone who's completely more deserving of you and your time and your love. If this was a person that ghosted you thinking that they would never have to talk to you or that they wouldn't have to be accountable, they're going to have to do the walk of shame one way or another. They're going to need you in some way, form, or fashion. The universe is going to orchestrate things to where this man or woman will have to crawl back to you and give you a full explanation as to why they treated you the way that they did. And sometimes that's how it works. Forcing someone to be on their knees and to completely be stripped of their ego sometimes is the greatest punishment. Because with the Nine of Cups, you are gaining wish fulfillment, gaining joy, gaining happiness, contentment. Most of you watching are single. Yes, you may be dating, you may be talking to other people and meeting others, but the focus is still solely on yourself. Self-care, self-love, self-admiration. And the more that you're in this energy, the more happiness that you bring towards you and the love that you have, you've almost put a cap on your love. Because if you look at this Queen of Cups, her cup it has a lid on it. It's not necessarily open. And the reason why this is because you've mastered the ways of having discernment to know who is worthy of your love and who is not. And this may have been the lesson that you had to learn, because you may have been freely giving your cup to people who didn't even necessarily earn it. Possibly putting all your eggs in one basket, still early in like the dating stages or the stages of getting to know each other. And now you know that there's only certain people that should be able to have access to your heart, and these are people that I feel that should be meeting you halfway in some form of fashion. I feel like your intuition has also gotten stronger, and as you listen to your intuition, the more happiness, joy, wish fulfillment, and contentment that you get, because your gut is not going to guide you in the wrong direction. 90% of the time, it's not. The connections that were faulty in the past have all come crumbled down. Yes, you may still think about these people from time and time again. If this was, past connections with people that you broke bread with, you may miss them. But just because you miss them does not mean you have to reach out. And I also feel like there may be people gossiping behind the scenes, a past friend group, possibly even family members. This looks like a group of 3. Every time you get headaches or your head hurts, you may be the type that has telepathy, where you can pick up on people possibly speaking ill about you, because that's what's been going on in the past. You're just so empathic that you can sometimes even feel the energy of what's being put out towards your way. You're going to be attracting new connections that will be genuine now, as opposed to in the past, where it was people that were like using you or being opportunistic and not really valuing you as a person, but valuing like what you could bring to the table. And that was not fair to you at all in any way. But now, as you can focus on yourself, it's like the dust and the illusions are clearing, and you can truly see things for what they are. But that also can sometimes even bring energy of anger, because you start to realize like how people truly weren't invested in you and how they just dogged you out and played you the entire time. But that's where wisdom comes into play. So let's get another deck. That way we can get some additional messages for Virgos. Thank you, Destiny, for these cards. They're just beautiful. What do you guys need to know at this time? 7 of Cups, the Moon card in reverse, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, the Sun, Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. If you want a commitment, that's coming in for you in the future. Some of you are going to be in the energy where you will find someone who is grown, mature, in their Emperor or Empress energy. This is someone who's in full control of themselves, in the driver's seat of their lives. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this is going to be you. And both of you will be some sort of power couple. You will be mostly focused on career, material things, money, maybe even finances around this time. The Queen of Pentacles sometimes even tends to be a single parent. So those of you that are single parents, you are going to have someone that you attract that will fit in with your family. And this could be a blended family type of situation in the future. But I do feel a secret is going to be revealed. And this could be about a family member, friend, or lover, who you're going to find out that this person was either giving to 2 situations or breadcrumbing you the entire time. And it's going to answer all these questions that you had in the past that was almost like you got no closure from. These questions, even though it may have brought answers that could be painful, I feel like by you seeing the truth for what it is, it's going to give you a chance to finally close out certain things that were hindering you, certain aspects of your heart that you hadn't healed based off of someone who didn't want to commit to you in the past. That was the ultimate issue. Like, regardless of what they were doing externally, feeding into other people, distracting themselves with work, or just not giving to you, the core of the issue was that this person was not ready to commit to anything, let alone you. And that's why they may have chickened out or backed out in some way. They also fed into illusions. They were uncertain. And I also feel like some people that you were connected to may have had financial problems. And this also contributed to their self-esteem and them feeling like they couldn't commit to you. But that's going to be different because this Emperor here will be someone who has their life together. So let me get another deck. That way I can get some additional messages. This is my Essential Messages deck. If you want to purchase it, the link will be in the description box. You have They Hate You and It's Jealousy. I Was Blind, I'm Sorry. They Have More Money Than You. Can't Talk, I'll Reach Out Soon. I Enjoy the Player Life. Having Sex with Several People. Beggar, Mooch, Opportunist, User. Yeah, so there was a player that you were connected to, and this person's getting exposed. I feel like you exposed this person's tactics, or by letting this individual go and not chasing them, it hurt their ego. This person is going through certain shame. There's individuals from your past that are now feeling shame because they realize how much you really brought to the table in their life. They're realizing that you were someone who was loyal and grounded and they could count on you. And now that they may be dealing with users, mooches, beggars in their lives, and people that don't have it together and aren't pulling their own weight, they now see the role that they played in your life. This is for people that you have past individuals that you had to leave behind. I feel like there is someone that, like I said, they owe you an apology, but whether they're actually going to tell you this to your face is another thing. With I Was Blind, I'm Sorry, someone's realizing that they didn't see you for who you were. They didn't see your true value. They didn't see everything that you brought to the table. They may have put money and material things above you, status above you. This person may have even ignored you with Can't Talk, I'll Reach Out Soon. They made you feel like you weren't a priority. There could have been other circumstances or people that interfered. The people on the outside that interfered did so out of jealousy, jealous of you and the fact that you were just so bright on your own. And certain people that you may have been connected to could have been closet racist or prejudiced towards you. And right now, all you're focused on is on things that are feeding into you, or this is what is being asked of you. If you're thinking about going back to school, that's not such a bad idea. If you're thinking about having a change in your belief systems and learning and just doing research on your own, I feel like this could help you increase your ranking, increase the amount of knowledge and skill sets that you have. And I also feel like if this may be the time to maybe sign new contracts, if you have been considering having partnerships, really read the fine print. But if it's something that's lucrative and does have a good turnaround for you, don't feel the need to be reluctant to take a risk, because I feel like the greater the risk, the greater the reward. And to close you out, the last things that Virgo needs to know: take your time making this decision. Yeah, so don't feel the need to be rushed into making any decision at all. You feel free to ask your ancestors and your angels for help. You can just say, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Use your imagination and you'll get the answer. So if there's been something you've been seeking, the answer is within you, or it's around you, or you simply have to ask for the answer and it will be brought to you, because it says ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. So if you've been having a hard time or have had certain blockages in your life that no matter what you do, it's hard to get rid of, feel free to ask your angels and your ancestors for help, because you'd be surprised just how quickly that issue can be solved by just asking. And look, it says prayer will help this situation. So yeah, prayer and speaking things out loud seems to be a theme in the spread, as well as admitting the truth to yourself and act accordingly. So when you are not honest and choose to live in the vibration of denial, it affects everything else around you. And the more self-respect that you have, self-care, self-love, self-admiration, the bigger the blessings, the bigger the opportunities, the more you're able to block out things that no longer serve you as well. So that's the end of your reading. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.